This is going to be a VOD review of a, once I find it, Beastmaster carry, by the looks of it, in a Crusader 4 lobby. Player also says that they're struggling with what survivability items to get after BKB. They did consider linking this one because of the Viper and Veno. Let's see, blah blah blah. They're just wondering if Lincoln's would have made a difference, or if like another item like Satanic or Bloodstone would have. We can take a look, but I will just briefly touch on that before I forget that with a carry like a Beastmaster, because it's not like a standard typical carry, well, I guess it still works for typical carries, is that you're looking to have your blink initiation and then be able to just blow someone up immediately. Especially because for a beast carry build, he's gonna go Ags to get like max. He's gonna go Ags for Drums of Slum, and then his ult gives him max drum stacks. And then off of the max drum stacks, he's able to just chunk down any units, any hero that he goes on. And that's usually how you're able to just burst the hero down. Whether it's gonna be like the Juggernaut, the Veno, the Tiny, maybe. It all depends on which the scenario calls for, because you also have like your teammates to help you with the damage. But before I get too deep into that, we can just start jumping into the game.
It's Dire's turn to sick, or you might not like what comes next.
Player cam, Beastmaster, perfect.
Prepare for battle.
It's in the bag.
30 seconds. I have a pretty good idea how this all will turn out.
Okay,
But you'll have to wait and see.
that's fine. Oh, you missed a CS on the range creep.
Dire's courier is so dead.
This is fine.
Impressive executed.
Veno super low, this is just free farm for you. Wave is just pushed against their tower. You could farm this, but you're literally just farming under their tower.
Do Radiant launch their power to hold?
I don't care about that obs, it's fine. You're still just farming under their tower. You are out of mana, but you do have that null.
Last of my kind were thirsty in this.
This is weird.
You could have him to Radiant's.
Alright. Very first thing here is that you had full control over the first wave. The first few waves. Well, the first wave. And because of that, the lane just kind of just automatically pushed itself. I'm not going to worry too much about that. It should be, you should have been a little more
Were
careful.
you paying attention?
Just deny your creeps the
this
second you
works.
can. Creep aggro to your range creep, so your range creep dies first, whichever order you have waves. But if the wave is right up here, in front of the enemy's tower, you're not able to farm this safely or securely. Like, the only reason why you kind of got away with it in this instance is that the Viper and the Veno never played together when you were up here to punish you. And even then, Viper alone isn't able to do much because like you have two boars to help you. But in order to avoid this whole situation, you just look to make your pulls. Make your pulls, or just block the creeps until like just like delay, just like pull the wave back a little. I know it sucked. I know it's weird because like Willow already blocked that camp, but if you're playing this far up and you're going to be pushing it constantly like you have been, it's going to be a lot better if you have this camp available. And if you already plan on doing that, you can just ask your support to leave this camp unblocked because you want to pull it. And as long as you can like verbalize that to your support, then you'll have a higher chance of actually being able to do well. Like I hear the Veno. No, she's just killing the Veno wards. But you're just farming up in their face in front of their tower, and you shouldn't be able to get away with this, but you are able to. And then because the wave is under their tower, you're not able to get as much farm. You're risking the chance like you're just missing out on some farm because like their creeps die to your creep under tower.
Claimed by the beast.
Yeah. And then because you kind of like warding them off, okay, so this is gonna connect a few thoughts. you're playing up in front of in front of their tower, and in order to like, keep them off and scare them off, you need to spam your board to actually like maintain that threat. So you always have two boards at once. But because you're kind of spamming board off cooldown, you run the risk of running out of mana. And oh wow, you're even going for 2 Null's Talisman. I think this is very greedy. There's no need for a second one. Like the only reason why you're going for a second Null's here, the way I see it, is just because like you're spamming your board off cooldown every single time. Like in the downtime like this, where like they're not really here to fight you for the lane, you could just CS normally. You have good right click animation, you have decent damage. If they're not really contesting you, you should just be hitting the creeps. You should be able to just last hit the creeps without any worry. Speaking of the creeps, if they have a double wave, you need to kill the creeps as fast as possible, because this wave is going to crash into your tower, and that gives the Viper and the Venom the opportunity that if they wanted to, they can dive you, and there's nothing you can do about it because they have their creep wave to protect them from the tower hits.
Nothing good happening to Radiant's middle tower.
Well, you just lose a lot of HP here.
Do Radiant want their middle tower to fall?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you just got a lot of poison attacks stacks on you. Like, if you're a way to understand Viper now, especially with how Poison Stack works, is that Poison Stack is just the ranged version of Fury Swipe, of Ursa's Fury Swipe, where the more stacks are on you, the more damage you take. So, and the way to counter against a Viper is just make him waste his mana. He throws like 2 stacks on you, you run away and like let it wear off. And by the time it comes off, you can rejoin the lane, and then you do that on repeat. Every time he just wastes like two stacks of poison attack onto you, that's just more mana he's not able to heal back up. But if he's able to get all 5 on you like he did here, you just run down to 200 HP and you can't do anything. And then because of this one instance, you just lose the control over the creep wave, and then Viper is able to do whatever he wants with it.
Radiant's middle tower is under.
I'm gonna have that second Nulls.
Top is missing.
I'm fine with you. You know.
Or just carry yourself, just AFK farm, get your items. If there's nothing for you to do, go back overboard. If there's nothing for you to do like this, just go hit a camp. Like if you can hit this camp. You can immediately like just what am I thinking? Kite. If you are able to just like kite and just take this camp as well, drag it and make a pull, just so it's easier for you to take it. Like you have a full wave under the enemy tower. It's gonna be some time before their wave runs out. Yeah, this was like what, 10 seconds, 15 seconds of you just standing there. You don't have your board. Oh, you do get a kill. You have a second set of tangos. Finally going for your phase boots. I don't know if phase boots is the build. I'll leave it to you to determine like which build, what kind of boots Beastmaster to go. But I know for a fact that the most Beastmasters I've seen, they go for a mana boost just so they can actually keep up like the axe spam, the boar spam, and that would like, and in this case, it would save you the 500 gold on a Null's Talisman, because that 500 gold would have been spent towards the mana boots. But I kind of expect you to just AFK farm until you get either your level 6 or your axe.
And over here, Radiant's top tower.
Nice, cool. Free kill. We like those. I think she blocked that camp. Whatever.
Don't look too scared.
We can always unblock it if we wanted to.
Radiant's top tower.
This is fine.
Top tower.
We should just be AFK farming. Nice. We should just be AFK farming. Nice. This is time spent not hitting creeps. This is all the creeps dying to no one. No one's getting the gold. You're getting the XP at least, but like we don't care about XP. You're gonna get it anyways while you're farming. You just haven't touched the creep in like a minute here. Like you were at 44 CS. When was the last time you touched the creep? Not there. This is the last time you touched this creep, like 9:16. You to spend a whole minute here fighting and not touching a single creep. Like you just lost a whole minute of farm just because like, you were just focused on fighting. And after the roar is down, there's no way you can really contribute to fights. If you're able to like, snipe a kill with axes, then you just go for it. But like axes is such a long cast rate. It's 1500. You don't need to be like walking up into it. You don't need to set up for it. You don't need to set up for like a potential kill because your team doesn't really have like kill because it's not like a reliable thing. You're not gonna run into people who are just putting themselves out of position to just be killed and sniped by wild axes. Just farm. Just take the secure farm, and just get closer to like your items, your Agnum Scepter, your Blink, your BKB, whatever else you need to fight this game. You're finally touching treats, but you kind of just spent like 90 seconds just not doing anything. Like you got 2 kills, but it's like what else did you really accomplish with that? Roars down. This is a very awkward farming path because you are right now you're strong enough to actually just kill these 2 camps. So because if you are able to kill these 2 camps, then you just look to include more camps. You want to minimize the time you spend in the lane, so you just right click down everything down the second you reach here, just so you can send the creeps into the enemy tower. If your creeps are at the enemy tower, they're busy. The enemy will be preoccupied with your creeps, and that buys you so much more time to actually like go further out, hit like this camp, even like camps back here as well. Like this is so much farm that you could be including in your farming pattern down here. You don't need to just continuously stick to these 2 camps in the lane because these camps will die super fast to you as a carry, and then by then you're kind of looking to waste your time standing around and not really doing anything.
Do Radiant want their middle tower?
Don't feed your boars. I just learned this like yesterday that the boars are a lot of XP, and that if you just keep feeding your boars like that, just throwing them away, like yeah, they'll get the gold off of it, like 60 gold I think, but they're gonna out level you if you just consistently feed your boars, and then that suddenly makes the lane a lot harder for you to play in. Yeah, this is just like 10 seconds you just standing under a tower. So what is he? Universal hero. This is still awkward. If everyone is here with you, you just look to leave and get your solo farm. Like you're kind of just dragged into this smoke play because you just stayed here. But you see that you have 3 teammates down here, and if they're looking to make plays, let them. You don't need to be there for plays. You want to just keep farming. Like your biggest power spike, the biggest way you can actually impact the game here is just getting your Agnum Scepter, because off of your Ags it gives like the what is it? It gives more damage. It gives you AoE damage as well as I think it gives you attack speed as well. Blah blah blah. Units under him. Blah blah blah. Every attack decreases the interval between drones. Yeah. This is like more damage for you and more heal and more sustain, and that just allows you to just farm faster as well as actually be able to be a big scary threat. You don't really do anything with before your Ags. You get a free kill. Overstepped. You've gotten 1 kill. You ignored the entire creep wave. You've only got 1 kill and you use roar, but now because of all this, you're just stuck with your team as 4 at half HP, and you're a little close to your ags. You got 300 gold, but it's also like you could have gotten 300 gold just like hitting creeps on your way to mid, as well as you would have gotten a lot more XP. Yeah, you died there just because you feel like you need to stay with your team there because like they made that play, they were making a play, and you kind of threw away your unstoppable streak. Let me pull up. Let me have the notes ready just so you can always refer back to it. I think the reason why you kind of struggled this game is because you kind of just felt the need to just be there for the fights and join the fights, when you just need to just play like a carry and just focus on your own farm, focus on your own gold. Like you just like it's nice that you were able to just you have a kind of free farm in this general area of like these 2 camps in the lane, but when your team decides to all join, all TP here and like in B here, there's no need for you to join. You should really only be taking a fight here if you're getting gone on your team TPs in to like save you. But if your team just proactively TPs down here, you don't want to join them. You don't want to split farm up with them. You are the carry. You are allowed to play greedy. You want to secure the gold for yourself. You want to have all the XP to go to yourself. So you should be farming away from them, out of XP range. Play on the different parts of the map. If all 3 of them are down here and no one's mid, you can TP mid and just farm this out and then take like the camps nearby. Or you can just walk away and farm like your back jungle and just farm your way backwards and into your mid. Like you have a lot of ways to just keep farming. Like I imagine that's pretty much what I'm gonna see here. That you may like you're gonna finish your item, you're gonna have roar up, and then you may be like halfway or close to your next item, but you're still kind of like staying together with your team. Yeah, they're giving you the gold, but you're not out leveling them at all, and they're being just so much farm is being wasted. So much farm is being wasted on the map.
Dire's top tower has some radiant-shaped problems.
I'm fine with this. I don't know what's going on before, but I'm fine with it. You got a kill. Or you're able to secure a kill. And then... now I'm no longer fine with it, because now you're just walking into your team. Walking into your team and farming. You're just walking into your team, and now suddenly, like, 4 heroes are sharing the same farm. There's 4 camps here, and, like, it doesn't even matter if they give you all the gold off of the creeps. You're kind of forced to split the XP because they're just in the area. Oh, she has a Midas. Well, you're not getting that camp. You're not getting that camp. This camp is already dead. That camp is already dead. I don't know what... Oh, that camp is there. I don't know what this move does. You're kind of... Let's see. If I have to like relate this to like a common mistake that people in this bracket make, is that you're thinking you still need a lane, and you're kind of trapped in like the unlaning mentality, in that until you're actually like kicked out and like actually kicked out, you're gonna default to going back into your lane, and that just means you're kind of forced, and that means you're gonna make like you may make some unoptimal moves, especially in this case, because like there's so much farm top side. You as Beastmaster is able to take the triangle, and then you also were like very close. You also like finish your Agnum Scepter. If your hero was here, you just walk up, buy the point booster, and walk back down and finish farming. But instead, your Ags is delayed like another 30 seconds, 40 seconds, because you're flying your... You even have your courier flying over there? Or you're flying a TP out, but like, I guess you're looking to finish it at like their secret shop. But you really should have finished at yours and just like farm up here. Cool, let's see if your farming pattern changes post-Ags. Oh, nice. I'll take that.
Do Radiant want their middle tower
This is iffy. This is only iffy because it's under tower. The enemy has 3 other heroes that can TP in and save the Viper. Plus, Viper naturally is just tanky. You might be able to get the kill. Yeah, you got the kill. Tiny gets a revenge kill on the Venge. But this is still the same problem, like how I said. Yeah, you got a kill in the Viper, but you kind of split that up. You kind of split that up with the Weaver and the Venge, and now you're kind of splitting the XP up from this wave with the Weaver. Oh, and then now the puck finally shows up, and you do get killed. 400 HP. Yeah, you get killed. Yeah, all of this just because the tower is still here. Dire has a TP rotation spot. Like, yeah, you kill the Viper. Like, ideally for Dire, Veno, Puck, Tiny TP's in and saves the Viper and like kill you guys in return. They didn't. Viper dies solo, but Puck rotates over and is able to get a revenge kill on you. So effectively, you guys going on. Well, you guys got a 2-for-2 trade, which in all cases isn't bad. But if you're the carry, you don't want to die. Like, yeah, you got a solo kill on the enemy carry, but like this is time you're spending, not farming, not hitting creeps. Yeah, Weaver's gonna get away. This feels a little forced. No roar, so now he can't really do much. Yeah, I'm not surprised the game kind of ran away from you based off of like what I've already seen. Firstly, for Beastmaster, Aghanim Scepter is his farming steroid. If once you reach max stacks, each attack off of you, your boar, your hawk is gonna have another drum hit. And that's just like, it gives you more damage in the AoE, and that's how you are able to like increase your farm. Like, if you're able to get a kill with Roar, then you go for it. When those opportunities show up, you just take them. But you shouldn't be moving completely out of your way to look for those them, because if when you do that, you're having the opportunity cost of just giving up so much farm, so much gold, so many camps to just go for a kill. And like, yeah, it'll look nice when your KDA is massive, but your gold is going to stay small and your GPM is going to stay low. Second, off of like your farming steroid, once you finish your farming steroid, you no longer want to go stick to like this safe, secure farm. You want to like use your farming steroid to take camps, to take farm that is like are in a dangerous spot. Because then you just farm them quickly and then you leave that area. For Radiant, that's going to look like you being over here and running and shoving the wave into the enemy side. And then you take the camps nearby, and then after the camps are dead, you just run back to your side. By you doing this, I need to turn the free cam on. By you just shoving the wave into the enemy side, you're having impact in terms of map control. Whenever your creep wave crashes into a tower, the tower is going to take damage, and do that enough times, the tower is going to fall without your hero touching it at all. And the further up your creeps push up, the more camps it opens up that are safe for you to farm. And then this is how you're able to have impact as a carry, and this is how you're able to just force the enemy to actually rotate and respond to you. If they don't respond to you crashing a wave into the tower just dies without being contested. But if one of them has a TP in to like defend the tower to kill the creep wave, that suddenly means your team is able to take a fight without with a guarantee that hero isn't able to join the fight. But if we're not able to do any of that, then suddenly it's just we're not using the farm that we should be getting. We get the Ags like right about here, I think.
I'll take that as tribute.
Illusion.
Like right when you get the ags here, this is where you should look to just like suck up as much farm as you can from this bottom side, and then just TP top and just like, and then you just kind of live up here. Take the tower, take the camps nearby, and then you farm for your items. I will say, I see you have the Shard BKB queued up after the Ags. What is the Shard upgrade? Debuff of his corresponding level, which is what, damage stack? Damage amp? Yeah, damage amp. I don't think this is the build. I think the Beastmaster build is still the same as it was last patch, where you just go Aghanim Scepter. Oh, I gotta have him selected, right? Where you just go Aghanim Scepter for like the so you have like the big damage spike as well as the farm and steroid. You go for a blink dagger so you have initiation, and then go BKB or whatever else you need, depending on if you need to like stand your ground and fight or have some other way to actually stay in the fight. Because that's kind of why this attempt on Jug in the next fight kind of goes weird. You're not able to go on anyone else because your roar because you're limited by your roar's cast range, and then the only thing within your range here is like the Juggernaut, and it's kind of unlucky, but the stun isn't long enough for you to full to zero the Juggernaut. He's able to get Omni Slash off, and he's able to just walk away. And then because you don't have roar, you don't have a way to actually do anything in the fights now. You're forced to walk away on your own 2 feet, and you don't really have like a blink dagger to play around. Like, I don't think a blink dagger would have done much here because you kind of just right click down there. But it definitely is like a sucky situation where you're just forced to just choose a target that's like right next to you instead of like anyone else that you are able to like jump or see. Jug selected. You have Shard. We're gonna probably just gonna go straight for BKB.
Do Radiant want their middle tower?
Like, I don't think this is the case. Like, going back to the question of like you're struggling with survivability items, I don't think this is a question of like what items makes you unkillable. I think this is just how do I approach the fights. You're treating Beastmaster as someone who just walks up and man fights people, which like he technically can if he has like enough stacks of drums as well as enough units to keep the drums going. But that's not really the biggest way to have impact on Beastmaster. You want to jump someone with Primal Roar, get max drum stacks, and then you just kill them during like the Roar stun. And then after that, because your drums are already at full duration or at full stacks, that's where you're able to have like your survivability. And then is when you can like consider like what items do I need to actually like survive their stuff. But if the rest of the fights in this 50-minute game goes the same way it did as the fight down here, I'm not surprised you just die every single fight.
Radiant's getting friendly with Radiant's bottom tower.
I just want you to just keep farming here. There's no need for you to just hit heroes or whatever. Yeah, this is what I mean by that lower ranked players will just default to lane. It's 23 minutes in. The enemy just pushed your top tier 2, so like they're hitting tier 2 towers. You're still in your lane. Like, and holy hell, you have 4 wards down here? Hold on. I guess they were fighting, but like these 2 wards are kind of like redundant. And then I don't like this ward that you placed. Like, what's your goal down here? Like, if you just want to stay in this small area and just farm, like 2 creep waves and then these 2 camps, I guess this ward is fine. But it's like, you have so much more farm elsewhere on the map. And if you were to run back here to farm, like, if you were to run back here and get these 2 camps, you're still just suffocating yourself to like this small area. And this isn't a way for you to actually like get impact in the map. as well as this just traps you down here and makes you a sitting duck for the enemy to come over and just gank you. DP in, roar is available. Nice. Nice. Wow, that is terrifying.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dominating.
Turn survivability items. God, how do you build that item now? Consecrated wraps. I'm considering consecrated wraps because, like, one, this has been like the item of the patch. It did just get nerfed today in 741B, so we'll see if it's if people think it's so good or not. But I'm considering an item like consecrated wraps. Like, you can even go glimmer instead, and it won't be the worst option because they have so much sustained magic damage that BKB won't be enough to actually just like survive the magic damage. Like you get BKB every 95 seconds. They're able to fight like every 10 seconds. So unless you're able to have BKB available and ready every time they want to use it, throw the spells at you, then I would rather you just go for a different item. And that is if you just want to like stand your ground and man fight. If you're gonna go with this build. But like if you were to go for like the blink dagger and be the initiation pickoff build, then there's less need of you to like itemize everything around just stand your ground and just man fighting. Like you've proven to me that you're able to kill the Juggernaut. You killed him like twice when you've killed him twice when you've roared him. So all you really need to do is just find a way to jump him, initiate on him, and then he'll just pop like a balloon. But that's not really gonna happen if you just walk up to him, because he's gonna have the Viper, the Veno, the Puck, the Tiny to like help him. And they're gonna have so much advanced notice that you're running up with roar that the Jug can actually just run away. Yeah, there's another instance of Jug feeding. Map is a little dark, but whatever. Bloodthorn's fine if you're looking to pop someone, but it's like your playstyle isn't telling me you want to pop someone. Your playstyle is telling me you just want to run, you just want to walk up there, hit them, and then you only stop hitting if you or them are dead. That's like the 4th time Jug dies to roar. And this is also like the 7th time you're down here in your safe lane at 28 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. And just following orders.
This is the first time you're leaving your lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Do Radiant want their middle tower?
Yeah, this is where you want to play. If you keep playing on your side, if you keep playing in your safe lane, all you're doing is just playing defensive. And you don't win the game by being defensive. You win the game by being aggressive and taking the enemy's ancient at some point. And there's no way you can take the enemy's ancient if you just keep your stealth stuck on your side, stuck in your safe lane, stuck to where tower is or tower was. Because the only time you actually like pressure the map is when you send like a healthy creep wave down the lane, and like eventually I guess they'll reach the tower, but they have another creep wave to contest with, and that's gonna like slingshot the wave back into your side. If you just want to actually just have impact in the game and actually close it out and actually like win, you want to be sending not just a wave, but like a healthy wave at the enemy tower, because like the healthier they are, the more damage they're going to deal to the tower. Like, I wouldn't be so surprised. Okay, you should hit this tower. Never mind, you don't touch the tower at all. But like, this was like a healthy wave. We'll say this is a healthy creep wave along with a boar. This tower's at 1500. You don't risk your hero at all here. The tower goes down to 1000. Off of like a creep wave and a half, because it was like 3 melee creeps. This tower lost 500 HP. Like, imagine if you did this Imagine you started doing this at 10 minutes. Then that way that this tower will fall in like 3 or 4 minutes instead of at 29, 30 minutes.
So you say?
He has Lincolns.
Their son has fallen to the dire.
You have a Lincoln's popper in the orchid.
Haste!
I don't know about upgrading to the Bloodthorn if you know he has a Lincoln's, if he has a Lincoln's. Like you're just spending like another however many gold this is. I have no idea. You're just spending this much gold into an item that's already being countered. You're not changing your playstyle at all, unless you're thinking, oh, maybe my teammates will pop the Lincolns. But then at that point, you're reliant on your teammates to actually be helpful. But if Beastmaster wants to make solo plays with Primal Roar stun, Primal Roar, and then chipping people down with Drums of Slam, you need to have another way to actually get the kills. Like maybe don't go on the Viper anymore, but like he still has 4 teammates he can go on. I'll watch like one more fight, but I'm already sold on like what things you need to work on in this game. I'll work on your Beastmaster. All you're doing right now is axe spam. That I just want to say, that's like the 5th or 6th time Jug has just died to Roar, and he's not really doing anything about it. He's just hoping that you roar someone else and not him. But like, you're doing a lot better than him because you're holding your roar for like the big target. Nice.
Nothing good happening to Radiant's
Huh. Okay, that was good. That was a good fight. However, that was a good fight because Dire made mistakes of running into you. And if you want to have consistent impact, if you want to have consistent performance, and if you want to consistently climb, you can't be relying on the enemies making mistakes. You need to be improving yourself as a player, covering up your mistakes, improving the plays you're making, and just fixing like your farming patterns and everything about that. Once you're able to have a consistent level of performance, game to game, hero to hero, role to role, then that's where you'll understand the game and actually climb a lot faster. But I'll watch this next bit just because like this is one of the opportunities where the enemy, well, I'll continue watching it, but like the enemy enemy has 4 dead. We'll just see how you respond to this. Dead for 19. Dude, hit the tower. Tower. Well, not anymore because they're alive. Yeah, this is another issue. If you're able to kill, anytime you kill a hero, you should be looking to be pressuring towers. This is pretty much the equivalent of you just like running back to your safe lane, even though it's like 28 minutes. It looks like you're allergic to hitting buildings. You just don't want to touch a building unless it's like the last thing available around you. And because if you just keep this habit up, if you just keep this habit, then you're just delaying the game until 50, 60, 70 minutes when the enemy will have that time to respawn and defend, and then kill you, and then push down your lane to push down your towers. And then that's where the game just becomes like a full 50-50 of like either I win or if I lose, or either I win or I lose. You do have control to reduce that 50-50. You have the ability to increase that chances of you winning these kind of games. All it takes is for you to play aggressive, look for weight, actually take the opportunities to actually close out the games, deal building damage, deal tower damage every chance you get. And this, when 4 of them are dead, is when you should be taking those opportunities. There's no need for you to be AFK farming. You have your items, you have your Aghanim Scepter, you have your BKB, you have whatever else you're going to be buying. There's no more reason you need to prioritize farming items over hitting towers in any of the game. Because in all honesty, like in most games nowadays, a carry can end the game at 30 minutes if they are able to like, just continue looking for like these opportunities. If they take these opportunities every chance they can. And that's kind of why this top lane is so weird for you to farm, because the tier 1 is still up, because you, your teammates, anyone, no one even tried to like take this tower. But you can be the change that you want to see. You just come up here, take this tower. It might take 3 minutes, it might take 4 minutes. Just keep sending creep waves at it. Eventually the tower will fall, and then that opens up so many more camps for you to farm. Do that again on the tier 2. You don't even touch it with your hero. It'll fall again, same as the first one. Do that again with the tier 3. You might need to touch it a few times, but like eventually the tower will fall. Once you understand how you just send the creep wave at the tower, and how that can actually take down the tower and helps you actually open up the map, gets you more farms, gets you more camps, and close out the game, then that's how you as a carry is able to impact the game and like help your team.